We missed 2 weeks. I'm happy that we back.
Work,
Alright.
man. Like I said, only reason why tonight I'm here because my wife she working this weekend and I ain't had nobody to watch the kids.
Alright,
So,
we are live. What's up, YouTube? This is Heartless and I am back with the crew. I got my boy Cray Simmons and my boy Reaper. You guys go ahead and announce yourselves.
What's going on, everybody? It's T Reaper, and I'm back with Mag. How's everybody doing? How did everybody's Thanksgiving go? Did everybody enjoy that turkey?
I know, right?
Everybody had to have some wonderful turkey stories. I got to admit, I have some things walloping in the back of my mind what I could complain about, but I'm actually quite happy to be here tonight, and it's gonna be a good show.
all right, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Cray Simmons, Gaming TV. Like I told everybody in my other videos, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you all enjoyed it. And like I said, the crew is back together. Mag, baby. Game time. Let's go. Uh-oh, somebody popping one.
Oh yeah. Somebody popping something. Okay, I hear you. Alright, so first off, I want to start off with since this is the hot topic, I want to start off with Fallout 4. This is words going around that Fallout 4 is playing. It looks better on the Xbox One X, but it's playing better. It plays slightly smoother on the PlayStation 4 Pro. What are you guys' thoughts?
Well, see, is it a Digital Foundry video again that they always get pointing out?
Well, it's an
They got to
article.
point out some bad. It was an article?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's an article.
Well, I mean, it happens. You know, like I said, at the end of the day, the hardware is there. We know what the X can do. It's up to the developers. And in a way, I think that's kind of Microsoft's fault because they kind of need to make these developers put 110% in it. Because there's no way that the pros should be able to outperform the X in anything. Maybe if they did parity, I guess, and made them play and look equally cool, but it's no way the pros should outperform it. No way, shape, or form. But again, that's Microsoft. They need to put the foot down because you got the hardware out, but you still not making the devs take advantage and really use this power. Then it's like all the naysayers and the haters that's saying all along that the X wasn't improving. It's making them seem like they're actually right. I mean, it is what it is. That's what I feel on it.
What's up with the Fallout 4 excuse, though?
I haven't seen that yet, so I just thought it was a Digital Foundry video.
No, it's an article on Kotaku they posted. They basically said it looks best on the Xbox One X, and actually you're right. They do have a Digital Foundry video because it looked like they did a half and half, like a split screen, and they showed two different images. To me, it looks the same, but according to the image on the Xbox One X image of it, I could screen share it to show you guys. It shows that it runs at 28 frames per second, and on the PS4 Pro it's at 29. It's not that much of a big dip, but community whenever
they're gonna blow it out of proportion.
Right, and that's what they do best. You know that, and
can't wait to see Ryan gaming on that one. The truth, man.
But
this is only 2015. Okay.
Reaper, what's your thoughts on that? I'm screen sharing so everybody could see.
Okay, I'll share my screen because I have. Can I actually even do that? Can I actually even screen share?
Yeah, you should.
Oh, okay, there we go. Sorry. All right, so yeah, Fallout 4, 2015. I'm not a big Fallout person, so you're kind of asking the wrong person. The more famous one is Fallout 3 and then Fallout New Vegas, but the most recent one is Fallout 4, which is again from 2015 for Microsoft Windows and PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And if I remember correctly, and if I'm not really that much tired, I remember this being a big game of everybody's interest during that year. But like if you're trying to measure like the Xbox One X power, I hate when people go backwards, because you going backwards kind of just doesn't really prove anything to me. Kind of want to like show it when you're going forwards. So, for example, if you want to, show off your, which is better, for your Destiny 2s or your Shadow of War, and we already know Digital Foundry has already done that to basically make the Pro look like a piece of dog shit. So, we already know they can do that. There's the Star Wars Battlefront 2 that everybody loves so much. The new Call of Duty, which is, 4K assets and everything. But, it's just like everybody trying to make the X look prominent is not really, doing it any favors by making it look at old games. You should look at the games that are out here and now and that are within the actual decency of season. So, don't look at games that are 2 years old. Look at games that are prominent and like games for this year, for example. So why don't you look at the awesomeness of Assassin's Creed Origins or the awesomeness of Call of Duty? Trying to it's like the same thing that everybody, like all those people love to compare. The wonderful X and backwards compatibility.
Whoa. Hey, Craig.
Yo.
You might want to pause it. Because we could barely,
okay.
Yeah, we could barely hear Reaper. Reap.
All right, can I continue?
Yeah.
Oh man, what happened?
Okay, I'll continue. All right, sorry. So everybody likes to lovely compare the X to its backwards compatibility power with its Halo 3 prominence and the MCC prominence, but I'm like, why do I give a fuck when I already played all those games and those shouldn't be the more, that shouldn't be the dominance of showing its power. It should be the prominence of what the games that just came out within the last 2 months. So, like, why show off, its power and what it can do with old games, then rather than just show what it can do with new games and, which is better, the Pro or the X? And if, the X is automatically plays the new games better, that automatically gives you the answer that you're looking for.
Yeah, that's true.
But I hate when people compare old games and they want to bring old games back into relevance. That annoys the living shit out of me. I hate that.
I agree.
That annoys the living crap out of me. I hate they want to bring all these 150 enhanced titles that maybe only about 6 of them are any relevant to begin with. But it's just like don't want to take old games and then suddenly make them prominent, because the idea is to sell new games. How are the new games going to sell anything if you're basically amping up its predecessors like no tomorrow? You're trying to sell new product, and the idea to sell new product is to promote that new product, not promote old product. Old product is already dead. It's already sitting nicely in retirement. It doesn't need to basically be amped back up again. And then then you have a whole bunch of interesting bots all over the place buying an S or a $60 $60 OG Xbox for exclusive, but they're not buying it for the multiplats that it's so prominent for.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, some old games, I get it. Like you gotta look at like Halo and stuff. They still got people playing them. Still got people online. But a lot of the old single player games, such as like the Fallouts and they're trying to bring back and stuff, unless you a hardcore Fallout fan or something like that, you ain't gonna really go back and play that again. Another 60, 80, 100 hours. But the disappointing thing with a lot of these new games, like I say, they just being enhanced and stuff. Seem like it's being last minute patches. Like Titanfall 2, they patched it twice, even though they got it up to where, close to what they were saying about. But I'm ready for the games that's truly coming out in the next year, 2 years now, when they really had. That's gonna be.
Hey, Craig.
Tell all right there.
Hey, Craig.
Yo,
you still playing that game?
No, I'm in my kitchen now.
Oh, because we still hear that sound.
It might be my headphones. Let me switch them out.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right, cool. Reaper, that's while we're waiting. a lot of people, I see a lot of, I know we probably staring off topics, but I just found some, you know, some things that's interesting. But when I was, you know, throughout the week, I was on Twitter heavy, and I noticed a lot of people, and a lot of, it's a lot of people is, I don't want to say having buyer's remorse towards the Xbox One X, but I want to know what's your opinion on how you feel about the One X. Is it living up to your expectations? Because to me, honestly, I don't have no problem.
I use my X every single day. I've been using it for, it hasn't been a month yet, so the month hasn't passed yet. It's not the 7th of December yet, so I can't say I have it for a month yet. But I have not broken it. So I have not actually, you know, shout out to everybody who complains about, you know, it breaking on them, or, you know, it's, you know, not doing what it's supposed to. I've been pushing it to its limits. It hasn't broken on me yet. And you know, you know, shout out to the people, you know, did you hear about that surge protector bullshit that people were talking about?
Yeah, I heard about that.
All right, I wouldn't necessarily believe that, because I actually, my X went through a power cycle and it did not break. So, you know, and it's plugged into a surge protector. So I don't necessarily believe that, and I wouldn't necessarily follow that. But it would make sense if Microsoft made it to have, you know, a surge protector inside of it, so it, you know, protects from, you know, power surges and whatnot. But like during that whole debacle about, you know, don't plug the X into, you know, a surge protector, plug it into the wall. You know, I'll still plug it into the surge protector, because, you know, why not when you have like an extra, you know, outlets for all the, you know, different plugs. And I have like over like 15 plugs that I have to plug in. So I have to plug in my cable boxes. I have to plug in my PlayStation, my TV, my computer. You know, everything has to be plugged into something. So like I'll still use it, but like it went through a short power outage, and it did not break on me. So like I think that's like a falsified theory. Maybe it depends on how big the surge is, to where it might actually break your Xbox, but it didn't do that to me, and then I didn't have to worry about it, and it legitimately turned it back on. But like I went through a surge, and, you know, my X survived, so, you know, I think that like debunks that concept. But like the you know, I don't understand what everybody's hating so much, because everybody's, you know, and then the most famous argument that I come across is, you know, it's like, oh, that's what PCs are for. I don't fucking give a shit what your PC is for. I have a PC that I'm talking to you on right now. It doesn't mean I necessarily have to play on it. You know, it doesn't necessarily mean I have to like endorse it as my, you know, primary caregiver device. You know, I like Xbox. You know, I like playing on Xbox more than I like playing on PC, plain and simple. You know, it's just like, you know, they'll find any reason to debunk, you know, the success the X is having. And as we just learned from this past Black Friday, all systems sold really well. No one lost. Everybody sold. Everybody sold extremely well. Everything sold. The Switch sold extremely well. The PlayStation sold. It's record breaking, and the X sold a bunch. So I'm like, I think, and you know, and that's kind of the funny part, because now everybody was like wondering who was going to win Black Friday, and it turns out to be a tie. I think that's kind of amusing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but a happy season for all is basically what anybody can really ask for. You know, as long as everybody wins, you know, what's the bad part? Now the biggest problem is net neutrality. Oh my god, that's like the biggest topic that I see people bitching about right now. But that has nothing to do with gaming whatsoever. That's to do with this politics.
Let me ask you this: how you feel about, like, because Zaire mentioned this in a video he did. How you feel about what he said in his video, as far as he said something about, because he's going off this game that's called Purge, or however you pronounce that shit. It's being well, let me get to it. Basically,
what the hell is Purge?
It's Battlegrounds.
PUBG. We should just call it PUBG.
I call it Purge. Fuck it.
Just call it PUBG. Everybody ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. No, PUBG legitimately can just like kiss my ass. I don't care.
He snapped in his video because the game is going to be 30 frames and not, I guess, 40 because Microsoft reneged.
From what everybody's complaining about, everybody thought it was going to be 60 frames and not 30. Mm-hmm. So we're stuck with 30. And what everybody also has to keep in mind is like PUBG was originally meant as a PC game. And on PC, frames doesn't really matter as much as it does on consoles because, consoles is like, everybody knows 60 is the max, but, on PCs, it can go all the way to whatever your PC can handle. So it's kind of like, it's kind of a irrelevant topic, but, I don't care 30. I can play 30 frame shooters just fine. I don't really care. Like if it's, and I'm not a battle royale type of person. I hate those types of games. So I'm not getting that game, and I'm not endorsing PUBG whatsoever. So I'm not planning on getting that. But like I wouldn't mind playing it in 30 frames if it was compared to 60, especially considering how it's designed. And especially if someone's like used to Fortnite and everything like that. So if you played Fortnite over and over again, playing PUBG is not going to be that much different.
Right, and this is my thing. People will complain about a game not being at its highest expectations, but they never had the intentions of buying it in the first fucking place. Like if it did come out with 60 frames, would you still buy it?
No, like
you know what I'm saying. That's what got me fucked up.
If I was still interested, I would still buy it. But like, if now that I know it's only going to be 30 frames and not 60, that kind of diminishes like the the importance of it coming to consoles. Like you would think it would be at least 60 frames, but it is also just PUBG. It's the most like popular PC game, this past decade, like besides Minecraft, like nothing really compares to it, selling as well. So, it is like a pop culture hit, but, it's just like, it's like, battle royale simulators. I just don't like them. I just don't, that one life per round bullshit. I just don't like that. I can't get behind that. I don't like games like that. I like being able to live multiple lives and kill multiple people in a single match. I don't like this one chance to kill all concept. I think that's that kind of diminishes my my like of it. But if everybody's complaining because it's on the X, it should automatically be 60 frames. I mean, there are limitations to what the developers can do in such a short amount of time. I mean, you got to keep in mind that they also they're putting it on consoles when originally it wasn't meant to go on consoles to begin with. Mm-hmm. The time frame they're being asked to work with is kind of short. So maybe 30 frames is all they can stabilize in that short amount of time. Who knows? But you should just be happy that it's coming to console at all. Like that's basically what you should be happy just for that factor alone.
And
you shouldn't be bitching about it.
And this is my thing. If the game would have came out with no issues, my question is, would you still would have bought it? This is for the people that's bitching about it. You know what I'm saying? Like people that's making a huge big deal about it. I really feel like people make big deals of games they had no intention.
But people bitch about stuff and still buy it anyway. I mean, it's they still buy it regardless. They still buy it regardless whether they complain about it or not.
Yeah, I complained about Destiny 2 and couldn't put it down for a while.
Now, Craig, let me ask you this. I seen earlier you put up a tweet at Xbox saying that you're not happy. Could you please elaborate on that as far as your Xbox One X?
Oh, why are you mad, Craig?
I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad, son. This is my thing, right? Me personally, I don't care about the frame rate, but they came out and they said they were gonna do 60. I'm like, cool. This is yet another one-up advantage
and
they
backpedaled and said 30. Is that why you're mad?
And yes. And then after that, again, all the cats out there that's hating, all the haters that's steady trying to shoot it down, you steady giving these guys more ammo. It's like steps in the right direction, man. They moving good. It's like something pulls them back. And my thing, like I said, 30 frames, 60 frames, long as the game runs good, play good. Like I said, I enjoy Destiny 2 and it's 30 frames versus whatever it is on PC.
It's 60 frames on PC.
Yeah. But see, you come out and you tell everybody, this is what you're doing. And then, less than 24 hours, you done change it again. It's for everybody who said $500 and it's barely doing more than this or that. You're making them seem like they right. Me personally, I'm still enjoying the hell out of my X. So like I said, I played it almost every day.
Well, according to Digital Foundry's like comparisons, like nothing beats it. So it's the only thing that beats it is PC. That's the only thing that beats it is the PC rigs. Like the Pro doesn't stand, is basically is garden soup compared to the X. That's basically what Digital Foundry is saying
wholeheartedly. But it's just they need to stop all the flip flop, man. We need to go head on. Last I get it, short time window. But the way they said it is like it was guaranteed. Now, maybe in the future, later on, more patches might get up to 60. But they need to stop putting their foot in their mouth. I mean, if you're not sure about it, don't just jump right out there. Yeah, we're going to do this. And then when it comes time to show it, you show it. And then, like I said, you study giving cats ammo. You study giving them rocks to throw at your glass house, bro. And trust and believe, they going to do it. That's my only gripe with it, man. Other than that, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, like your boy Alex did. I'm taking my Xbox One X back tomorrow. No, hell no. I love that motherfucker. I'm glad you brought that up because for the petty moment, I'm going to get his ass for that. And I've been saving it for the petty moment because that's definitely you've seen what I put on my Twitter, so. For my viewers who don't follow me and unaware about what's been going on Twitter, when the petty moment comes up in about, 20, 30 minutes from now, you're definitely going to get the full news about that. But how's my mic now? Is it better?
Way better.
That's my fault, y'all.
Now,
sorry about that.
I'm glad you brought up the flip-flop because there's a lot of that going on in the gaming community, and especially on Forbes. You have this clown who's making nothing but a bunch of articles bashing the Xbox One X, and it didn't even come out yet. Then when it comes out, he gets it for free. Obviously, because none of these son of a bitches ever pay for their consoles. They always get shit for free. And that's another pet peeve I have with Microsoft. Stop giving away your products for free for motherfuckers that keep bashing y'all. That's not going to help them give y'all a good review or whatever the case may be. Like, stop doing that. I really feel like Microsoft is too nice sometimes. But anyway, let me get back to the subject. They give this bastard a free Xbox, and he posted on Twitter, and then he posted up on a Forbes article and says, "Oh well, 5 reasons why you should get you an Xbox One X, and reasons why you may not think it's not worth the $500." So basically, he still kicked Microsoft in the ass and still bashed Microsoft, but he said he enjoyed the console. Now, the point I'm coming across is I'm tired of Microsoft rewarding these people that are constantly bashing them. You know what I'm saying? That shit is really crazy. It's not just the Forbes guy, but they did it with what was the guy who quote unquote that predicts stuff? What was his name? They gave him a free Xbox as well.
The Pachter dude?
Yeah, Michael Pachter. Yeah, Michael Pachter. They gave him a free console as well. Because he hurried up and jumped on Twitter. He hurried up and jumped his happy ass on Twitter and was like, "Oh, look what I got in the mail early." And he got his shit a week early before everybody else got it. You know what I'm saying? Now, me as a multi-console owner and a gamer, and I try to remain non-biased as possible, but I gotta call bullshit when I see it, man. Why are you rewarding these motherfuckers when they doing nothing but tarnishing your brand? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Microsoft, you guys need to wake the hell up, man, because this is straight fuckery. Like, it really is. Like, it's crazy, man. And you got people in this gaming community that's feeding into that and worshiping these people and giving them credit. I'm gonna just say it, Tim Dog. He's sitting up there worshiping this fucking clown, saying, "Oh, I gotta give this guy his props." Give him props for what? Props for what? Like, dude,
who was he giving props to?
Giving props to the man on Forbes, man.
Yeah, I can show. I can show.
He could pull it up. He giving props to the man on Forbes, and I had to shut that shit down real quick on Twitter, man. And I hope he saw my tweet, and I wanted him to respond.
Okay.
Hell, I was going to pay his ass to respond.
You guys see this? All right.
You damn right. Yeah, go ahead.
I give Paul credit. He gives Xbox credit in his latest article, but man, this is the type of bullshit that was swirling around X for a long time.
Man.
Analysts, pundits, and fanboys were so sure until now.
And then look what I put, because I see you pulled it up as well. I retweeted and then I quoted. It was right. You have it. All you gotta do is back out and you have it. I think it's because I've seen it.
Give credit for what? That clown most likely got his Xbox for free and probably got a check for what the hell does that say? Check to what?
Renege. I meant to put renege, but spell check. Renege, but renege. In fact, all of them, including Michael Patcher. Read between the lines, my guy. That's what I said. Read between the lines, man. Read between the lines, man. Like, why are you praising this bullshit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. I gotta, and that's one of the main reasons why I created my channel, because I got tired of this bullshit, man. Like, I got tired of it. I can tell you what
they probably thought was going to happen. They thought that they giving all this stuff out to these, because you gotta look at their YouTube channels, man. These cats got thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, so they figured they'll give them all this free stuff. And like I said, even before the game launched, you know, this goes back when Phil and them was saying, wait till you see the games that these guys is
influencers. That's what it is. They assume these guys is influencers, but no one goes to Forbes. Nobody fucks with Forbes because they know that shit is biased and it's not accurate 9 times out of the 10. Hell, when I Google search everything and when I pull up my news articles, when I make my YouTube videos, what's the first thing that comes up on fucking Google? Forbes. And I ignore the hell out of that shit because that shit is biased and it's bullshit. That's like going to college, right? And getting a paper and your professor specifically says when you write your paper, do not use Wikipedia as a fucking source. So Forbes is a wicked fucking pedia. In my opinion, Forbes is a fake ass Wikipedia. So that's not an accurate source, man. That's not an accurate source, man. That's fake fucking news right there, bruh. You can't go to your professor and then when you have your whole list of damn sources on your source paper, you got fucking Wikipedia. He ain't even gonna look at that shit and put it in the shredder like, man, get this shit out of here, man. That's what he's gonna say. Like, he's not gonna want to
make sure we let people know though.
It gotta be credible.
We didn't get no free console. It's just they gave it to the wrong people.
Right.
That's
my
thing.
Right.
I'm not bitch. I went out and bought mine as soon as it was able to be pre-ordered. So I ain't bitching or complaining because I didn't get mine free. But they gave it to the wrong people.
That's for free, man. For free. They rewarding it. Like, they really need to stop that shit. They rewarding these clowns, man. Like, I got 2 pet peeves with Microsoft, and I'm gonna call it because I am an Xbox fan, so you can't say I'm fanboying. Now, my biggest pet peeve was just that, rewarding these clowns. And my second pet peeve is they're just too fucking nice, man. And my thing is, all right, I do applaud.
That's like a cancer that can't be cured. You're not gonna get cured them of being nice.
Like Zaya had a point in his last video, and I gotta agree with him as far as, you know, people who bought the Xbox One X, they should get the premium version of every single game that comes out, or like from going forward. Fuck the past games. Excuse my language. The hell with the games that's in the past. I'm talking about from going forward. Like, every game that comes out, we should get the best copy of it. Because hell, we went out there and purchased $500. You know what I'm saying? We should get the best bang for our buck. I can care less about what little kids, because 9 times out of 10, these are little kids. These ain't really too much grown men, because grown men have families and stuff, got other shit to worry about. These is little ass 15-year-olds that's still living with mommy and daddy and can't afford an Xbox One X, so they still at home with an Xbox One S model, and they crying on Twitter to Phil Spencer about, it's not fair, it's an unfair advantage, yada, 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 and then they're going to renege and then start, you know, making it fair for the little kids because they can't get their console on Christmas. And that's my pet peeve right there, because you guys is walking backwards. Like, I really feel like they walking backwards if they do decide to make that going forward. But I hope they don't. I hope they cater to their core fans, and I hope they cater to the people that actually went out and support the console, not the fake people on Forbes and the fake people that's, you know, the fake influencers that comes out and do nothing but bash your brand. You know what I'm saying? And stop rewarding them, man. Like, stop it. Like, what are y'all gonna get in return?
Well, let me ask you this now. I'm not a PC gamer, but you see now, I'm not talking about PUBG in general, but let's say you're playing Call of Duty.
Right.
Everybody's rig can't run the game at 60 frames. Like, say you ain't got a $1,000, $1,500 rig, your PC might be running 30 or 40 frames. People still playing together. Right?
I got a beautiful story. This story is directly this has to do with a very old friend of mine who's actually no longer my friend because he got pissed and he got pissed because I trolled him. This guy said that he wanted to go back to PC because he wanted to get music and he wanted to do gaming on his PC. This motherfucker got like a $500 rig. I'm not joking. $500. That's it. And it didn't include a monitor, and it just included a keyboard and the actual tower. But the funny part is like that thing couldn't even do 4K resolution. So and then basically when he got when it came in, and I'm like, you're still not going to basically be on par with the X. What's the point of even gaming on PC if it's not even on par or higher than X quality? And then the guy blocked my ass. So I was like, yo, you got so sensitive. But it was funny because he knew I was telling the truth, because it's like, why bother playing on PC if it's not higher than X quality? Like that's basically.
And then he still got to buy a monitor, right? So he's still spending more money.
You gotta get more money. He's like I can't afford to buy 4K resolution. I'm like, so you're gonna game PC in 1080p? Like, seriously? The hell? The hell is that? That's bullshit. Don't do that. That's like, is it like, if you're going to, tout X, PC elite, PC elitist up the ass, that's fine. But, at least make sure it's better than the X quality that is being offered, because, you don't want to be in subpar, because if you're subpar, there's no point in gaming on PC, period, because it's lower than console quality.
Well, everybody on YouTube that claims they game on PC, they got two 1080 Ti's and all that bullshit. So they're already the elitists. So
yeah, well, there is a small portion of those people on YouTube that do have those correct rigs. I'm talking about the ones that choose not to get the correct rigs to begin with, or the guys who just go back to Xbox, but they didn't get an S, they didn't get an X. They got an OG Xbox model, man. Like, what the hell? What the hell is this? This is not charity. This is not like poor gamers for the poor. You're supposed to get an S. If you don't get an X, that's fine. But if you don't want that 4K resolution, fine by me. But at least get an S model. They have them abundance all over the place. They have bundles with Minecraft, for God's sake. Like, you can get that cheap ass Minecraft bundle. You could have gotten it for Black Friday for like $190.
Like $190, right?
$190. Like, you can't tell me it's too expensive. Like, you can't tell me that, because it's not true.
Look, y'all might call me a fraud. I might be exposing myself. But I'm in my bedroom right now, and that noise was probably him. It was probably that fireplace. Like, I got that electric fireplace too. But I'm on my S right now, and I don't get me wrong, I still like playing on it because my bedroom is comfortable. But man, I was playing Injustice in here a while ago before we started. We always said I was playing the Mario music, and the pictures just it's hard to go away from the X, man. After you've been playing it, then you go back to 1080p or whatever. It's hard, man. But it's very hard.
Some of these new people are like, oh, I don't have an X, I don't have an S, I have an OG Xbox, and I'm like, why?
Well, see, you gotta think though. If they haven't experienced the X, or if they haven't experienced a top-end PC, that's all they know. They're fine. But once you experience it, it's hard to go back.
Yeah, but like the S came into like fruition like last year. It's been in fruition for a year now. Like, it's not like it's old. It's not like it's brand new. It's like it's at least a year old. And that's like the default model that you should be starting with.
And my homeboy did that. He jumped ship and went to PS3 because he had the red ring of death. So I get it. He went through 6 360s. I've been pissed too. And
I only went through 360s for red rings. I still have the remainder of my 360s that didn't get a red ring, but they were slims. That's why.
But he just came back to the Xbox family about a month or two ago, and he bought the OG Xbox One. I told him, I said, man, why don't you just buy the S, bro? You got to get the S. Just buy the S. And they were giving away 3 games, but he bought the $70
But you got
Xbox One
certain
facts.
people that think that's fine and dandy, but it's just like, well, when you're when you've been living with two S's for a year, OG Xboxes is like, yeah, old tech, that's just disgusting. Like, damn, like come on, like at least give us the X or S models. Don't give us OG fatty models, because that's just like, yeah, that's just old. It's just like it's like,
hey, you got to crawl before you walk, I guess. But he's enjoying it though, so he's like, he missed Xbox. First thing he said, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've gone,
crazy.
I no longer have any fatty Xbox Ones in my house. Like, they're all Slims and they're an X. So it's like I have two Slims in my house, and I have the Xbox One X. I don't have the fatty Halo 5 model anymore because I gave it to a friend of mine. So, and he lives in another state. So I gave that model to him, and in my house is just S's and X's. So like, and then I don't have to worry about upgrading to another Xbox anytime in the next 3 years, which is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
And I also have a PlayStation Slim. I don't have a Pro, but I do have a PlayStation Slim. But I haven't turned it on in like 8 months. So it's like it hasn't been turned on in like 8 months. 8 months time, it's just been sitting there.
Yeah, well, my PlayStation's been sitting there since the X came out, but I'm gonna probably get on Wildlands tonight with a couple guys from work. I got that on the PS4, so I'll probably get up there with them. But shit, what else we had to talk about, Harley? I know you was talking about the microtransactions.
Oh yeah,
you sent me the jump.
Microtransactions, yes sir. I'm about to get into. Let me pull it up real quick, cause
am I button or is that you? Am I going in and out?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
All right. So Marble Heroes is practically under some heat right now because here's the detail: a Marble Heroes player who goes by, I don't want to go by the name, I don't want to say the name, but anyway, he bought the game on Xbox in July. Since then, he says he spent over $400 in microtransactions, unlocking characters like Spider-Man, Storm, Captain America. Earlier this week, Marvel has announced that the game servers will be shut down in December. Damn. And him and a whole bunch of other players will be begging for a refund. How you guys feel about that? Microtransactions is really going overboard sometimes.
Reaper, let Reaper go. I want to hear what Reaper got to say. I know
well, everybody knows my opinion of microtransactions. It's not gambling. It's not, no one is holding a gun to your head to basically say buy me. It's your choice. But I think the biggest game that is under the heat for this right now is actual Star Wars.
They had to renege.
Yeah, they had to revoke it, and then and then supposedly it's coming back. But but I haven't touched that Star Wars game in weeks, so I actually wouldn't know what it actually looks like. But it's always fun when people argue with microtransactions, because I heard that some countries actually want to outlaw it. They actually want to make it like banned. So it's like,
was it France or Europe, somewhere over there?
It's Europe or Hawaii, or it's a whole bunch of different locations that want to actually model this as gambling, so it's illegal to do it. So like publishers can't do it, but then been proven that it's actually not a form of gambling, and then it's actually been proved by the FCC or something like that, and they've actually proven that it's actually not a form of gambling, so they can't actually take that route. So parents have to be intelligent and not give their 9-year-old their credit card.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very simple, and it's not that hard to actually do. And just like have to put parental controls on your credit vouchers, so no one steals your credit card. It's actually not that hard. But like and then everybody blames the publishers for putting in microtransactions, when in reality what they're really for is making more money. That's
more money. Yep.
That's what they're for. That's what they're designed to do, and that's what they've been doing ever since they were created. So like technically they are making money by doing it, but only from the people that will actually spend money to pay for it. And I can actually proudly say that the only game that I actually spent money on microtransactions this year was
Shadow of War.
Shadow of War. That was the only one I spent on it. And I spent $10 on it, and that's all I spent on it. So I spent $10 just to beat Shadow Wars and beat the game, and then that was it. I didn't spend any money, and I didn't get a chance to spend any money on Battlefront because I chose not to play that multiplayer. I saw no purpose to do it in Call of Duty, and Destiny 2, I saw no purpose in doing it. So, like, just Shadow Wars, the only thing that took my money, and it was only $10. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. But my thing is, I'm going to put it out there. I don't care for microtransactions. I'm not against it. I'm not with it. My thing is this, like I said before, man, if they're going to do it, the game first and foremost should be cheaper. You should knock off $20, $30 right off the gate. If you're going to go that route. And then, like that article was reading, you got to balance it, man. You got to make it where it's fair, it's still fun, and you got to keep your player base. You got to keep them on the comeback. Now I haven't played Battlefront 2 yet. I'm gonna wait and buy it used, but I remember what like I said, Next Gen was saying that he got the game 3-4 days early with the EA access, and he said he's in the multiplayer match, and dude had Boba Fett already with the maxed out rocket pack flying over the map, killing everybody.
That shit ain't fair, man.
Yeah, that's bullshit. But like, I like the way Destiny.
It's funny, but it's not fair, man.
You imagine this shit, man. You get this game, you 3 hours into it, and this motherfucker fly. I'm like, what the heck? Man, get out of here.
I would have hurried up and traded that shit in. Oh, man.
But no, the real thing is, though, man, I love the way not Bungie, damn. 343 did it with Halo, with Gears. You can buy the stuff, and it's only for the horde mode and costumes. You know what I'm saying? With Halo, it does the Warzone type thing, the big, when you fighting like the horde mode or whatever. As long as it don't affect gameplay. If you want to go out and buy a pink Ranger, who gives a fuck? I don't care. But like you said, you got these little kids maxing out people's credit cards. Like my son, I share my gold account with him, man, and my card is up there. He bought Killer Instinct one day. I had done bought it already. He bought the deluxe edition. And Microsoft gave him my money back. I called him and let him know. But like T. Reaper said, I went in there instantly on his Xbox. I locked him out. If he got to buy something, he got to come to me. But that's a parent being a parent. You letting these kids go ape shit, then, hey, that's on you. Also,
you could have it set to you having a key in your password or something like that before you can actually make the purchase.
Yeah, that's why he got to come get me, because he don't know that password. Man, you know what shit I have on Roblox right now? If he went up there and done that, I'd be strangling this little ass right now. But I like microtransactions. Like I said, if I want, like Street Fighter is another one. You want to buy them costume packs? I might get a couple costumes for Ryu and them, the Hadouken pack or whatever. But that's an option. It ain't gonna affect the gameplay. Like if I can go out and buy like a armor or something for Ryu or something and give me an advantage in the multiplayer, then that's bad. Then I don't believe in that. But like Reaper said, he played. He bought the Shadow of War $10, but that's a single player game. So if you want to spend money to level up in your single player experience, more power to you. And like you said, no one's putting a gun to your head. But this making the game too hard to beat or too hard to unlock unless you spend money, I don't agree with that. That's some fuckery. And if you're gonna do it that way, then I hope you fail. But like I said, the right ways to do it is out there. Between Gears, Halo, even Destiny with the shaders. People complain about it, but I mean, hey, it is what it is. They got to make their money some kind of way, but it's not affecting your gameplay. You can't go buy exotics and stuff, so I don't care. At the end of the day, it's on the individual. But with them kids, you got to be a parent, bro. Bottom line, got to supervise, and I'm good.
You got to supervise, improvise. You got to do all that good stuff, man. Delegate.
Whoop some ass. Look,
whoop some ass
with the Nike flip flop if you got to.
There you go with the Debo flip flop.
Hell yeah! My shit like a batarang, bro. I throw that motherfucker, fly around, come right on back.
Oh yeah. So guess what time it is, gentlemen?
Oh no, it ain't.
Oh yes. It sure is. It sure is.
You know what? I'm gonna just sit back and listen to y'all this time because I really ain't got a petty moment. You know what? My petty, I do got one, but it ain't. Yeah, I got one. I might put me a shot of corn. I go last, I guess, or whatever. I'll let y'all go.
Okay, Reaper, you want to go first, or you want me to just
no, you go, because I actually don't actually have one. Well, I kind of do it, I kind of don't. It's kind of like it's kind of an edgy, petty, compliment concept. But
so yeah, you started off heartless, then I come behind you because I got my answer. But it's gonna cover a whole group of people.
Okay. All right, it's only right that I started off because the last time I didn't have anything, and the time before that I didn't have anything. But anyway, all right. So all my listeners that's out there, this is my petty moment of the week. Okay, so those of you who listen to the, is he on a multiplayer podcast or is the Broadband Bullies? Whatever podcast he's on, this guy goes by the name of Alex. His Twitter is Alex Escobar. He is a fucking clown and he's a fucking joke in the gaming community. You hear me?
All right, so if anybody needs a refresher, this is the guy who thought Call of Duty and 2K 2017 were Sony exclusives.
Mm-hmm. He thought both of them were Sony exclusive.
If everybody remembers that, and also if anybody checks his Twitter feed, you'll notice that I killed him to high heaven. So it was a time. All I had to do was ask him which My Little Pony he wanted to be. If he wanted to be white or he wanted to stay black, and he just kept his mouth shut.
Oh my god!
But it was quite funny because Puerto Rock was funny about it. But it was Alex just kept his mouth shut. But that was like a couple weeks ago now. And Alex has probably forgotten all about that. But he still gets his Christmas present, though. He still gets his Christmas present.
Oh, yeah, hands down. He about to get this work. All right, so basically, this dude goes on Twitter, goes by the name of Alex Escobar on Twitter. But anyway, he goes on Twitter and... Wait. You know what? Let me rewind a little bit. He actually goes on the podcast that he's always on, and he goes around and says, yeah, I got me an Xbox One X, and dude, this is, how he talk. Yeah, I like me the Xbox One X, and I love it, and yada, 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 this and the third. So anyway, fast forward, he goes on Twitter, and he takes a picture. He looked like this is how I know this motherfucker's broke. He looked like he took a picture of the Xbox One S inside of a bag, but I can tell, because I'm from New York, I can tell the son of a bitch was on a train. He was riding the fucking train, because I can tell by the floors. I'm from New York, just like he's from New York, and I know how the damn floors look on the train. So this motherfucker was on the train, riding the train, coming from GameStop, and he's basically said, "Oh, well, I had to get rid of the X because I couldn't see justifying the changes and yada yada yada, so I went with the S." No, nigga, you needed the money. Keep it real. Let's be official. If you needed the money, come clean, man. Why do you have to feel like you have to put up this persona like you have money and you got it like that and this, that, and the third? No, because at the end of the day, if you had it like that, you wouldn't have had to get rid of your Xbox One X. Well, maybe if you are really searching for coins or money, maybe you should trade in that Sony A6300 camera that you spent, that 4K camera that you spent that you never used, instead of walking around with a fucking cheap $50 flight jacket with this orange inside from 2005. So if you really strap for 30 or 60 frames per second, get rid of that shit and get you a better attire and better excuse for trading in your Xbox One X for Xbox One S. What idiot do you know with common sense trade in a beefier console for an inferior one? What clown do you know does that? And then you go on Twitter and you make it seem like you justified the excuse as far as getting rid of your Xbox One X to get the Xbox One S edition. You basically tried to justify it and tried to make the people who still own an Xbox One X feel some type of way. No, clown. You need to feel some type of way. You take this L. You a fucking loser. You a joke. And you fucking look like you fucking look like that fucking big ass pickle off of SpongeBob with them fucking glasses.
Pickle Rick?
No, Larry. I don't know what was his name. Kevin the Cucumber. That's what the fuck you look like. You look like Kevin the fucking Cucumber from SpongeBob. You fucking clown. And I hope you hear this. I hope you hear this.
Man.
I hope you hear this because you are the fucking clown of the week, man. This is my petty moment. Heartless over, and I'm out of here, man. Next.
Well, look. Let me tell you this about Alex, then I'm gonna get into mine.
Jesus.
That same podcast, I think, when he was talking to Next Gen, because it's him and Next Gen, I believe, doing that one-on-one thing. And Next Gen was going at him too, like, why you traded in again? But you know that's his boy, so he can call him broke. So I was in the chat. Look, I was in the chat and I said, just joke, because I ain't got no problem with Alex. I was just joking. I said, yeah, he needed the money. And then he's like, oh yeah, this fucking picture why I need the money. Check my bank account. I said, motherfucker, you just say every episode you got to take the bus to work, nigga. Tell me right now.
How we going to check your bank account? We don't have your information. No, why don't you go in your app and screenshot what the fuck is your bank account and then send that shit back to us?
He can go take a loan out. And put
right.
It in there.
If your bank account's so heavy, why you still riding the train? Why you still on the fucking train?
I get it's New York. The public trust is the way to go, but my wife's from Far Rockaway.
Bro, that's no excuse, man. If you got it like that, you can afford a parking spot.
That's
you know
what
I'm saying? Like cut the shit, man. Like, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Her family, they drive in the city. Yeah, ain't none of this. We taking the train.
Right.
So it is what it is.
And you going on Twitter trying to make the people who officially bought the Xbox One X, you trying to make them feel bad because to justify your actions. No, just be honest, man.
A blind man,
right?
A blind man can see the difference,
right?
Between the X and the S, bro.
If you needed the money, just be honest. That's all.
Just be real. You need the money.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just don't get it. I really don't. And that's another reason why I created this channel, because there's too many clowns on this social network, and I need to and my voice needs to get heard, because obviously it's not reaching out, because you still got people supporting these fuckboys, but evidently. Once this channel picks up and once our voice get heard, man, I really feel like we could really do some powerful moves as far as cleaning up the gaming community, because it's really crazy right now, man.
Yeah, it is, man.
It really is. Yeah. It's not the same no more. It's really not.
Man, shit. Baby, I got my little petty moment. Now my thing is going at. I ain't even gonna call out no more names, because like I said, they know who they are. But it's just in general. Every Sony podcaster out there, this is for y'all. Why are y'all so pissed off at what's going on in the Xbox community? I'm trying to find a Sony podcast so I can listen to and get some Sony news. Sony game stuff. I'm gonna just throw a name of a podcast out there. You probably heard of them. The lie, the truth podcast. These cats, man, and I listened to them. And dude, for the whole, I'm gonna say they did like an hour and a half the other day, and 45 minutes of it was these cats talking about Xbox, talking about the Digital Foundry breakdown, trying to downplay the X. Well, that's how you know Microsoft is doing their job, because they shook, bro. They up there, man. They had a dude up there talking about, yeah, my hard drive was so slow on my X, I had to take it apart and do this to it. I'm like, dude, if you're doing all of that, it's about build a PC, bro. And the very next words out of his mouth, yeah, I'm a tech guy. I do this. This is my job. So why you even fucking with consoles if you already PC savvy, where you could go in and do all this? Then of course, they up there. This is what you got to do, my dude. To change your hard drive out with an Xbox, you gotta break it apart. My dude, it's 2017, and you gotta break it apart to change your hard drive. So I'm like, nah, my dude, it's 2017. You can't change your gamer tag. My dude, it's 2017. Your party chat sound like CB radio. Dude, it's 2017, and you can't even play. I know T Reaper don't like it, but you can't even play your backwards compatibility games you already bought and own, unless you pay a subscription fee. It's 2017. Your damn internet service look like dial-up when you playing on certain games. That's what y'all need to be fussing about. But no, the whole
It's
How would that
it's
podcast?
2017 and Sony doesn't have dedicated servers.
2017.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Your damn PlayStation 4 is a fucking heat. I can heat my damn house with that motherfucker.
Not even
That's
that.
what
Like,
they need to be addressing.
not
But
even,
just to, but to wrap it up, man, it's just it's sad, bro. Every Sony podcast, they say the same thing. They need to be different, bro. I mean, you can say no games, but so much.
mm-hmm.
I'm done, man. It's for every Sony podcast out there, man. We get it. Y'all don't like Xbox, but come on, it's a Sony podcast. Talk Sony. Boy, you got all the games, but you're not playing.
Actually, Heartless, I do have a petty moment.
Yes.
Get 'em.
Oh, I do have a petty moment. Oh, well, this is fun. Okay, so last week I was legitly chilling on Twitter, and it turns out that bots are sensitive as fuck because they had a little old Rambo basically school him up the ass, and it was really funny. Who knows who Rambo's Corner is knows how funny this is because they let little Rambo basically insult them, and basically they reported Rambo and got him blocked on Twitter for about 24 hours. So because of something that Rambo said, they got sensitive and got him blocked. Now, my thing is, why are you getting sensitive over little old Rambo? Rambo is a harmless motherfucker. You shouldn't get insulted by this guy. This guy is me and Rambo have our differences. We have our history, but it's funny because who gets sensitive over this guy? I have to meet these people because these people were funny.
With a name like Rambo, sounds intimidating. Rambo.
But it was funny because like Rambo says, yo, these bots can't take the truth. They get me blocked right when I was basically making my point. And I'm like, oh, that can't be true. They're like, bots are usually, more, high powered. So I look at the Twitter feed, and the guy he was actually arguing with was actually making a point, and Rambo wasn't seeing the point. But like they did get sensitive when Rambo called them adult or, some vulgar word of that nature, and he didn't even insult them in too deeply, and they got sensitive. So my thing is like bots are supposed to be higher than ponies. Please don't be sensitive and get sensitive by other people, especially if they're not that intimidating to begin with. Like I find that immensely funny, and that's like someone getting sensitive over Titanfall Princess and what she says. Like, Titanfall Princess is harmless. You shouldn't be insulted by her, but people get insulted by her anyway, which is fine. But and Craig, if you want a good Sony podcast to watch, you should watch hers, because I know she tries to talk Sony all the time. Did you try watching hers?
I heard of them from here and there, but I know she don't like next gen. But
no, she don't like next gen for shit. But if you want Sony content, watch hers, because that's what she talks about. She does talk Sony.
I'll check out.
She does talk Sony. Like that is true. She does talk Sony. And she has all the the famous Sony people from all over the community. So she has Rambo. She has Iron Wolf. She has a whole bunch of different Sony people. And very rarely do they talk Xbox, because she might throw slight jibes towards Zaire's direction every now and then, but she doesn't make like a constant like.
Well, yeah, I get that. That's my thing. I get it. You can point out your differences. I mean, we all do it. But any one of my little videos I do, I don't spend half my video knocking Sony. I'm talking about Xbox because that's my console. But I do talk a little bit.
That's kind of the sad part, because you can find multiple different types of Xbox podcasts out there. There's tons of them out there, but you can't really find a decent Sony one, because the Sony ones that claim to be Sony are really bots in disguise, and it's kind of frustrating when you get in to listen to them talk, and all they're talking about is Xbox topics. And it's just like, aren't you a Sony podcast? Isn't that what you're technically supposed to be designed to do? Isn't aren't you supposed to design to support Sony, and all you want to do is talk Xbox? Like you might as well be on an Xbox channel. some of those Australian podcasts are actually really interesting too, but they happen at the weirdest times during the day because of the time differences and stuff like that. You know, those are actually pretty interesting to listen to.
I like Champ Chong. Champ Chong's pretty cool.
Yeah,
but I know he went through some stuff.
I don't necessarily like Sony content. Like that unless it's like video game awards or unless it's like E3 or something like that. I don't like watching just straight Sony content. I like majority Xbox is my brand, but there are certain Sony people that I'm aware of that just talk Sony and they don't talk Xbox. You know, and that's practically all they talk about.
You know, I do like PlayStation. Like I said, I fuck with them, but my thing is I don't want to go to your site, man. And I get it, you don't like Xbox, so you want to point out why Sony's better. But when you spend the most of your show just talking shit, and it don't make sense, the shit they saying, I just think it's funny. It shouldn't even be called the truth no more. It should be called the opinion.
Yeah, or
I don't know.
The hell is that? What the hell is that place? What are those people called? Hard 8 and all those other people. What are those people called?
Wheel podcast.
Weapon Wheel. Yeah, Weapon Wheel's a good Sony one. That's a good Sony one too. Yeah.
You know what? I tried to listen to them. It's just Hard 8 so fucking annoying, bro.
Yeah, his voice. I can't with his voice, man.
He's so fucking annoying, man. Because like he whines. I mean, God knows. But,
well, it was funny because who was I watching the other day? I was watching someone give compliments, and someone was talking about how like Kid Smooth and like is like the only bot that is like untainted or is like unrestricted or is like basically not corrupted. And I'm like, well, technically Kid Smooth got basically trolled all over his ass all over Twitter, so technically that's not really the case.
You know, I checked out one or two of his streams he did. He alright, he pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's still funny because he did get trolled on Twitter and it worked really well. This guy like showed like this really cool they like killed him in Halo 5 like really drastically, and they kept killing him over and over again. They kept showing him dying and like in rapid succession.
In Halo,
but his was made like into a meme. So his was made into like a meme, like it shows him dying over and over again. And but it was because he lost a bet on Twitter or something like that. And the guy who won the bet says like, acknowledge that we won the bet, otherwise you're never gonna hear the end of it. And Kid Smooth's like, fuck you. So the guy basically put the meme all over Twitter, and I was like, oh, he shows him dying in Halo 5 like over and over again. That's actually kind of funny.
They did one like that with Z when he was playing Titanfall, he got killed by the Spectre.
Hey, I don't care what nobody say, man. Titanfall, bro. I love it enough, bro. I suck at that multiplayer, bro. I swear I was getting killed by somebody's 5-6-year-old kid, bro. Just kept running up and putting the boots in it. Wow. Where this motherfucker coming from?
Titanfall. I found Darth Vader. I found Anakin Skywalker in the depths of Respawn. I also found Putin. Putin exists on the internet. You can find him. I killed him actually. I assassinated him.
Well, don't say that shit, bro. Had his spasms coming down. Hell no.
I recorded it too. I recorded it. It was like, yo, I found Darth Vader and I found Putin in the same lobby in the same day. I was like, yo, this is just totally unrealistic as hell. Like, you found but the Darth Vader dude sucked. So like, I killed him 5 times in a row. The Russian guy was like, he killed me once, and then I came up and basically backwards assassinated him, and and I recorded. I'm like, yo, I killed the Russian president.
Boy, I'm not affiliated with Team Reaper and no way, shape, or form. Russian Spaznots.
It was just a random guy called that, but it was just.
I know, I'm just fucking around. It just sounds funny as hell. But shit, man, how long been going?
And then the fact that EA bought Respawn. That's the other big news that's like circulating everywhere.
So your Respawn's gonna be dead next year. So
well, they technically it's not dead because they have Titanfall 3 being made. It's just it's owned by EA now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's EA presents Titanfall. Respawn ain't gonna be on that no more. It might keep the guys in that's involved in it, but we'll see. I actually like Titanfall, so we'll see. Damn, boy, this corn looking pretty good though. Country boy. My kidneys are probably black, man. Them bitches don't know how they working. Well, shit. So is that it? I mean, like I said, I'm cool. I can keep talking.
That's all I have for as far as the topics. Is there anything else you guys want to cover up before we wrap it up?
No.
Go buy Xbox One X. Game changer. Game changer.
I love it.
That's all I can say.
I love mine. Like I utilize
a lot
of it. It does run hot now. It gets pretty hot, but I guess that's because of the power supplies inside now.
I'm gonna tell you where it gets hot at. It gets hot on that back right corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Opposite of where you put the disc in. Cause mines get warm there too, but you feel the sides. It's blowing out cool air.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably where the hard drive is at. Where it's getting warm. Because I was worried too. And then I was talking to Reaper a couple of days ago. We was in a party chat. And I was like, man, my Xbox making noise. Because, you know, it's quiet. But then either him or one of his friends is like, nah, if you installing a disc, it's going to make that noise. I put it back and play it. Don't make no noise. But I just installed Assassin's Creed the other day. And it did the same thing. But once it's installed, it runs smooth again, quiet and everything. My PS4, on the other hand, that motherfucker loud as shit, bro. I was playing, like I said, I'm about to get up there and play some Wildlands. And that shit, boy, I was like, God, hey, you never realize how loud it is until you have something to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
But
too bad you don't have that on Xbox, Cray. I would help you beat it.
You know, I bought it on the PlayStation because my homeboy, man, and that's another thing too. A lot of Sony guys, they only got one console, which is a Sony, and he was like, yeah, man, get Wildlands. We'll be up there playing. Talking about him and his boys, how they play Call of Duty and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I get it. Man, I get up there, and all they do is play Madden, bro. So that's why it's taking me so long to beat it. But tonight, we're supposed to be getting up.
I got Wildlands on Xbox.
But I'm thinking about buying it on the Xbox and just start over.
Yeah, get it on Xbox, and we all three of us will get it, and we'll live stream that motherfucker.
All right, I got it. Actually, I might pick that shit up tomorrow. Then did y'all get Killer Floor 2? Tell me, I got that. I had to buy that.
No, I'm technically all done for the year. I'm done. I'm just trying to focus on reaching second prestige by Christmas for Call of Duty.
We need to get Killer Floor. I got on the PS4 too, and again, the guys played with me for a little while. Then they go back to Madden, but Sony gamers play games. That's why I say I speak firsthand, bro. Everybody that I know that play on the PlayStation, they only play like Madden and 2K, Call of Duty. And a dude hit me up on I guess a respawn to a post that I made. Talking about, oh, so your friends are there, a representative of every PlayStation game. I said, well, okay, look, I'm gonna throw another name out. Remember my boy AC07? Always hollering, exclusives. He actually accepted my friend request on PlayStation. Haven't gamed with him yet because, you know, all they do is play single-player games. But guess what he's playing all the time? You will never guess what he's playing all the time. He's hollering exclusives out the ass on every one of his videos.
Call of Duty?
No, he's playing Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Reaper, you know...
fucking multiplat.
But you know what, Reaper? You were absolutely right. Absolutely right. I've played Andromeda. It's not that bad. It's pretty good.
I like it, but...
I mean, I beat it like 8 months ago, but you know, it's just like it's fine. It was a fun game. I was actually the first one to beat it too. Actually, that's the only thing I take away from this year is like I beat every single game first, except for Destiny. Destiny 2 was the only thing that was beaten before me. Yeah, that was like the only game.
Fact, I might get up there and play a little bit of that, man, because I didn't know it was 11 o'clock. I doubted they damn up. He called me at like 8:30. But I was like, I knew we was gonna do this around 9:30. So
I got one of my old Xbox friends to come back to Xbox, and he says he's going to invest more, and I'm like, well, unless you have the new Call of Duty or you have Destiny 2, like, or Titanfall 2 or Halo 5 or the new Star Wars. Like, it's not really relevant. And he's like, I have Black Ops 3, and I'm like, kind of 2 years too late. Kind of too late. Kind of too late there. Yeah, kind of too late there. You know, but it's kind of funny that he wants to stay all his prominent games on PlayStation, but you know, he also wants to be taken seriously on Xbox. But like, well, get the new Call of Duty, get the games I just said, and then maybe I'll play with you. But like, I'm only playing the new Call of Duty, and then I get the new Far Cry in February, so that's actually the next game I'm going to be playing. I have all of these Telltales that I want to run through eventually through this month.
You know what? Is the Batman? Everybody says I haven't started the Batman one yet. Is it good?
I don't know because I'm currently stuck on the Tales for the Borderlands one. I'm working on that one.
Free, man. I missed out.
I did beat Batman season 1 already. I did already beat the first.
That's
season,
what I'm starting on now. Season 1 was it good?
It was a good first season. I wanna see. I bought the second season already. I just need the last 2 episodes before I play it, and I like to get them all together and then play them in one fluid shot. And then I have to beat the Walking Dead seasons 1 and 2, and that's pretty much it. But like I should equivalent to at least 3,000 XP or 3,000 gamer score.
Cool. Well, shit, y'all. I think that's it then, man. We get on the game. Y'all want to get up on the party later?
Yeah, I'm about to jump on Origins. Get my character up some more. I think I'm on.
Oh, what level are you?
18.
Oh, 18.
Yeah.
You know, I got Assassin's Creed Origins, and I'm gonna tell you this: I can't play it.
Wow.
You know why?
Why not? Why can't you play it?
Because my wife is a fucking gamer, and she forbids me to play it without her.
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah, and she got to work all weekend, bro. So, because I want to play it so bad.
Yeah, I already finished that. I haven't done the DLCs. But the DLCs don't offer gamer score, so I'm not bothering doing it. I was only gonna do that if, but I did do all the Felix.
Did you do the Sobek mission?
No, I didn't do the soap. I'm not doing the DLC unless it offers gamer score. So if that challenge doesn't offer gamer score, I'm not bothering doing it because it's not worth it.
Gotcha.
So it's a tour of the city.
It's just the Anubis outfit. And I don't really need that. I did do all the Felix though. Or all the bodyguards that you had to like beat all 25 of them, and I got that outfit. And then I also beat the
25 of them?
Yeah. There's at least 25 of them, and then I beat the 2 elephants, so I got that achievement. That was a pain in the ass. I would never do that. I would not do that the second time. And then I legitly had that was legitly my favorite game this year was Assassin's Creed Origins.
It's really good, man. It's really fucking good.
Well, I won't be able to play it until next week sometime when she's off work, because she actually likes Assassin's Creed, so she actually plays them too. So I just might do the boss battles or whatever. So yeah, but that's cool though, because me and her that's how that's our stuff we do together. So that's cool.
Yeah, but it requires a tremendous amount of boosting to do that.
It does.
Like you have to boost at least to level 34 before you can beat the story.
Yeah.
So
you gotta do a lot of side missions too. A lot of side missions to boost up.
Well, and then I think I think Call of Duty still wins with my favorite multiplayer of the year. I'm happy with that multiplayer. I see everybody trying to play the MCC, the Master Chief Collection, now that the X is out and everything. I'm like, I'm not interested in doing that again.
I still want Master Chief.
Hey, I can't let the Halo. Man, Halo's what bought me to Xbox. Cause like when I first bought my Xbox, PS.
Oh, supposedly they fixed it though. Supposedly they fixed it.
Well, it's been fixed for a while now. Every time I played it online, it's been really good. But I know when it first launched, man, it was one dude, they bought it digital. He said it took him like 2 days to install the game. I was like, what? Because I was going to get it day one, but I was hearing the horror story, so I bought it like
I wouldn't say 2 days
later.
to install. I would say 2 days to find a match.
No, in the beginning, when everybody first got it digitally at midnight when it released, it was cats like the dude at my GameStop. I go to work there. He told me the same thing. He said, man, it literally took him like 48 hours. You know what? I had that problem with the PS4 when I bought mine. They gave me the Last of Us remastered, the digital code, and that thing took 24 hours to install. I don't know why, but for some reason it took forever. But I give Sony the advantage with installing this, man. It's literally done in like 2-3 minutes, bro.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's real fast when Sony does.
That's amazing, bro. I like the longest disc install it took for my PlayStation was, I believe, Overwatch. My daughter came over one weekend, and she's a huge Overwatch gamer. She bought it, and it took about an hour. But I guess that's because of all the updates and shit. But for the most part, man, disc install on the PlayStation is amazing.
It is.
I wish Xbox did that, especially with the X, but hey, you can't win them all, I guess.
Facts. Well,
but I guess
that'll conclude the show.
That's it. I'm gonna bounce.
That definitely concludes the show. For those of you, for my subscribers that's out there listening, please don't hesitate to like and subscribe to my channel. And please don't hesitate to like and subscribe to Craig Simmons Gaming TV or T Reaper. All right, this is Heartless over and out. Peace.
Peace.
We out.
Yep, we are.